Hello again, my name is Gabe Zollner. I just did a little bit of Googling. I wanted to get an idea as to what's available on Google with respect to the number of journalists, the percentage of journalists that are liberal versus Republican. And I heard Fox News say that less than 7% of journalists are Republican. Found an article in the Washington Post. Now keep in mind this was dated back on May the 6th, 2014. Title, just 7% of journalists are Republicans. That's far fewer than even a decade ago. That's the title. So what do you think happens when you're watching Fox News and you're listening to anchors like Shepard Smith or lemon-faced Chris Wallace? You think there's a good possibility that they're leaning way to the left? You'd have to be delusional to think otherwise. Most of your mainstream media are to the left. A majority of American journalists identify themselves as political independents, although among those who choose a side, Democrats outnumber Republicans 4-1. According to a new study of the media conducted by two Indiana University professors. Wright Lars Wilnot and David Weaver, professors of journalism at Indiana, of their findings. Compared with 2002, the percentages of full-time U.S. journalists who claim to be Democrats has dropped 8 percentage points in 2003 and to about 28%, moving this figure closer to the overall population percentage of 30%, according to a December 12, 15, 2013 ABC News posting. Washington Post national polls of 1,005 adults. This is the lowest percentage of journalists saying they are Democrats since 1971. An even larger drop was observed among journalists who said they were Republicans in 2013, 7.1%, than in 2002, 18%. But the 2013 figure is still notably lower than the percentage of U.S. adults who identified with the Republican Party, 24% according to the poll mentioned above. You'll see a series of graphs. Back in 1971, the first time the survey was conducted, there was simply more partnerships among reporters. More than 1 in 3, 35.5%, they were Democrats, while more than 1 in 4, 25.7%, described themselves as Republicans. At that point, 32.5% called themselves independents. There's more to read, but I think you're sort of getting the picture. The country is being brainwashed by these liberal freaks, many of which identify themselves as being independent. Do you really think that lemon-faced Chris Wallace is independent? You think that Shepard Smith is independent? Well, if you think they're independent, I think you're delusional. Read the article. Take a look at it. It's frightening how many of these people have lost their minds. They've absolutely lost their minds. That's sort of what I think. And you got a good idea as to why I think what I think, don't you?